Let's move to the Prigozhin situation. So here he is with Dmitry Utkin as well. These are the only copyright-free images we could find of them both. Now, the question is, are they dead or are they not dead? We're starting to see people issue eulogies now. And of course, as we'll see in a second, when Putin was speaking about Prigozhin and the air crash yesterday, he was using the past tense, although no formal identification has been made, so nobody knows for certain whether he is actually dead or not. I just wanted to mention this is the aircraft that crashed. This aircraft has not this aircraft, but this aircraft type has a massively positive safety record. So, you know, at the beginning, some people were suggesting, well, was it some kind of mechanical issue? And there were headlines in the press about it having to go for some maintenance just prior to the flight and so on. But actually, if we look at the video footage, it's pretty clear that the tail is missing from this. The tail is separated from the rest of the aircraft. Total loss of control. In fact, the tail was eventually found about 1.5 miles from the main crash site. And as I say, some speculation suggests that there may have been mechanical failure, but I think that's highly unlikely. The only prior accident involving this aircraft type up until Tuesday, which where there was any fatality involved, was a flight from Brazil, which ended up having a head-on collision with a Boeing 737. 154 people were killed. They were all on the Boeing. So this is other than that, 0 fatalities up until Tuesday in this particular aircraft. So that probably either a bomb or a shoot down. We're not sure which. But here's the thing. The early reports were suggesting that there was a second Wagner plane in the air at the time. Even the Mirror picked this up. Mystery over second Wagner plane seen zigzagging and landing after the Russian plane crash. There's been complete silence about this since. But it is known that Prigozhin, as a matter of course, used to fly with 2 or 3 aircraft, certainly 2 aircraft, and he would choose which one he would get on with a view to sort of minimizing the risk to himself by keeping people guessing about which flight he would actually be on. So it's not entirely clear. Now, as we said, Putin, for the first time yesterday, decided to comment on this. He offered his sincere condolences. He did use the past tense with respect to Prigozhin himself, but again, he didn't say specifically whether Prigozhin and Utkin are actually dead or not. But the other interesting aspect to this that needs a bit of correction was this story, and we'll do a translation of this from the Russian. This is RIA Novosti, and this is the acting commander-in-chief replaced. So, in other words, General Avsalov became the acting commander-in-chief because his predecessor, Sergei Surovikin, he was removed from his position. But the thing is that nobody had seen him in public since June or so. So I'm not really certain that, although the timing of the announcement seemed to be coincidental, I don't think this was just a genuine coincidence, because he has been effectively out of the job for quite a while now.
I think that's right, Mike, because that was being talked about some time ago. So I think that's circumstantial.
Yes. So, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on this. There's clearly a lot of stuff flying around, Vanessa, on the internet. I'm not sure that there's very much of it is true or correct. So it's pretty much impossible to say who might have been responsible for it.
No, I mean, I think it's all speculation at the moment. A lot of people are doing some very good research, but until the body is identified, until that second plane is also identified and found, and until, I guess, the official investigation is carried out, we can't say categorically that Prigozhin is dead. And the Russian government, I know Putin made his statement, but the Russian government has been sort of uncharacteristically reticent to come forward with information.
Yes. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think the biggest thing, Mike, is this is going to give the West a wonderful media scoop to keep the attention off the reality of what's happening on the battlefield, which is absolutely no movement in the Ukrainian counteroffensive, and huge losses for the Ukrainians. So at a point where it's becoming evident Ukraine's in trouble, this will allow the Western media to deflect public opinion,
Vanessa.
public attention.
Yeah, and also to take attention away from BRICS, of course, which is a disaster for NATO and for the West.
Well, we'll be coming on to BRICS a little later, so we'll talk about a little bit more about that then.